let's
So
speed
yeah,
up. Let's speed up a little bit to the case missing you, which is like one of my favorite records. How did that become about?
man, it's crazy, man. Do you know, man? How about Joe?
Yeah.
So Joe did the version first. He How about his came out in London, like in Great Britain overseas. It went
Mm-hmm.
number one over there, and Case version went number one over here. So right now, to this day,
So it's two
both
versions of that song.
there's two versions of it. Yeah.
That
So I did.
and
So we put more stuff in the one with Case because we had more time and we had, you know what I mean, we had time to sit with him more, and so
mm-hmm.
I added more to the record, you know what I mean? But we made it real kind of like minimalistic with Joe because we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go to the next record, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
with Case, when he came in, we just added some more stuff to it, man. You know what I mean? And made it what it is. But yeah, man, Jojo Brims, man, he's that's working with 300 right now. He used to
Yeah,
work
yeah,
for
yeah.
yeah, he was the A&R in Def Jam. So what happened was he told us that he wanted us to do something on Case. So we was like, we love him, man, because that Touch Me Tease Me record was dope. So we
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, and then we do Kenny Smooth too, because Kenny had Case signed. So he was like, hey man, y'all gotta do some records for me, man. So he had told us too. So then when JoJo came down, I was trying to. So what happened when Dats was out back then? I don't know if you remember those, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the beginning, Joe's version of "Missing You" was on at the beginning. So when I pressed
Mm-hmm.
play, it came on. Then I was like, oh wait a minute. Then I fast forward. He was like, wait, what's that? It was the same thing what happened with Thong Song, man. It was like, what's that? Go back to that. And then I played it. And he was like, hey yo, man, that's the first one I want Case to do, man. I was like, okay. And then I think Joel's manager, he said he didn't want it back then. So
Mm-hmm.
then when he heard it on Nutty Professor soundtrack, he was like, man, why y'all give Case the record, man? We was like, you said you didn't want it. Man, that turned ugly for a second, man. I ain't gonna even lie, man. Man, cease the cis orders and all kinds of crazy stuff, man. It was some crazy stuff that would happen with that record. But you know what? God wanted that to come out. That's all I can say, man, because it ended up coming out and still doing what, you know what I mean? It still did what it did, man. The single, I think the single went double platinum, and the album went platinum.
I gotta ask you this though, because one of the most memorable parts of that track is that bass line. Who came up with that bass line?
I did.
The
You know what? I was thinking about the big payback from James Brown a little bit, and I just reversed it.
ah
I just reversed it. You know, the big payback when it going boom, boom.
yeah.
So I went. You know what I mean? I kept going up and
Ah,
down. You know what I mean? Thinking about that, the big payback.
that's when you said it, I instantly heard it. Like, oh, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what that bass line is like. You know, I was thinking about that, but I was like, I don't want to get sued, so I got to play it different. You know what I mean? So that's why I
Mm,
played it going down, going up, all kinds of crazy stuff, man. You know what I mean? And it ain't in the same key. You know what I mean? So I
mm-hmm.
was like, what if I was like, what if I try this bass line on this, man? I wonder what it sound like. And then it
Mm-hmm.
ended up sounding pretty good, man. So we just left it alone, man. You know what I mean? And that's how that record came too, man. And that's another one, man. We didn't think that was gonna do that. You know what I mean? But it did. You
Dang,
know,
nah,
you know, it's crazy, man. You just can't, you can't predict this stuff, man. You know what I mean? You can't predict it, man. You can't. You can
hey,
only think. You think some records that you're gonna do. Sometimes you be like, oh yeah, this gonna do it, it's gonna do it, and then it don't do nothing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But then the ones you don't be thinking about, like you do it and then you go to the next record, and then all of a sudden that be the first single, and then it blow up. You like, and it trip you out because you like, I wasn't even thinking that I was gonna
Thinking
do
that,
that, man. Yeah, it's
yeah,
crazy, man. Like
yeah,
all these records we talking about, man. I did not think I really didn't think they was gonna do anything, man.
man.
And they did, and they did what they did, man.
Shit, I like right here. What's going on, everybody? Do you guys need music equipment? Well, guess what? In my description box, there's a link to my Z-Zounds account. And at Z-Sounds, you guys can get all the equipment in my studio and more. And guess what? You don't have to have all the money up front. They can spread the payments out over 12 months. And they're not doing no background or no credit check. All you need is your debit card and ID. And you good from there. Man, y'all check them out. Go get some new stuff so you can make some new